Good morning. I'm gonna start the meeting because we have a couple.
Good morning,
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. I see a lot of people in the page, and I would say they are pretty much in leader or pioneer of this community. I know they all involved in one or two or few organizations. Thank you for coming. And this is the Sunshine Club of the City Beach Leisure World. We've been here only a year and a half, and our mission is to give shareholders the opportunity and some information and educational tools to live in this leisure world to make a better living. That's how we started, and I hope we're doing okay. Thank you. And thank you for all your loyal and faithful your attendants and members and our Sunshine classmate. I call this classmate because we're learning. We are like a student. Thank you. Today is a very special our class because we have Mr. Randy Ankeny, and he just came in over a month ago for this community to make it lot better than we have been. And we've been here. This community been here 50 years, and some of the most things it's been pretty good, and there's an up and down. And I understand last year was a very turmoil in a lot of ways, and I'm glad that he's here. And I'm gonna take this microphone to Mr. Ankeny and see what he say. And he would like to take a lot of your questions. What you guys would want him to do, and what is your question to as far as this make it and improve this community. And please welcome Mr. Ankeny.
First and foremost, my name is Randy, okay? Mr. Ankeny was my father. I'm Randy, please, and please call me Randy, okay? We're on first names around here because we are joined in a mission to create Leisure World Seal Beach as the best possible community in this country. And I don't know if everybody's had a chance to review a document that Mr. Lyons sent out the other day, and that I reviewed online as well, is that our community was named one of the top 15 places in the United States to live. So that's something we should be all very, very proud of. I mean, that's a credit to you too. Looking forward to just a little bit of who I am. I've been involved in community management for a long time. I'm not going to get into my age, but I've been involved in community management for a long time. It's kind of something I kind of fell into way back when I was involved in construction and a service maintenance company and running that very profitably. It got to the point where that was a mom-and-pop organization. I kind of saw the writing on the walls where the kids were growing up and the owners, and I decided to make a move to get a little more education. And a board member at one of the large communities who I knew said, "Would you come join us?" And I asked what the job was. And I said, "Sure, come on, give you a part-time job and join our community." So in essence, I found myself quickly in a role similar to Mark Weaver's role. And before I knew it, I'm running a huge community. And I'm involved in community association management. I found an interesting fact. When I joined CACM, California Association of Community Managers, I was one of the founding members. My number was 25 when I joined Paracolin and CACM. And as we started forming the future of CIDs within the state of California, I came to grow to love community management. My job is a very, very special job. I take my job at heart. I deeply love and enjoy what I do, even when everybody asks me, "Why do you do this? Why do you subject yourself to this?" To me, it's fun. It's fun, why? Because of you. I have the best job in the world because of you. There is no other job I know of where I get to work with you. The multitude of homeowners that I get to deal with on a day-to-day basis. That diversity I get to work with on a day-to-day basis. And most importantly, your experience. I mean, I value your experience. I value your feedback. Again, there is not a job in this world that you get to do what I get to do. And most importantly, sharing time with you, learning from you, and being part of your community. Well, the education I give my staff is, we're part of your family. We're here to help enhance your lifestyle. and make Glacier Road Seal Beach a better place to live. I mean, that's our goal. That's my sincere mantra to staff. I can tell you the meetings I have, it's been drilled with the staff's head. We're here for you. And please don't forget that. I know there's a lot of talk out here about the various neutrals, the various divisions. To me, there is no division. We are Seal Beach, Glacier Road Seal Beach. This is our home. When I say our home, I probably spend more time here than I do in my own house. And so does staff. We spend many, many hours out here working hard to increase your property values and most importantly, your quality of life. One of the common questions I'm getting, what is my vision? Well, first I think it's very important to note it's not my vision. The community is governed by your board of directors. These are individuals that you elected by majority vote to operate your corporations and to operate Glacier Road. My duty and staff's duty is to fulfill the policies and procedures set forth by the board of directors. So your volunteers here, your board members play a highly, highly critical role, especially for the get compensated, zero. This is purely volunteer time, and many, many of your board members put countless hours from the mutual level all the way to the GRF board members in the governance and the oversight of this community. I mean, countless hours. I'm amazed. I know I have Dr. Super behind me, Mr. Craig over here. I mean, I can tell you how many times they're in that office, the untold hours that they spend in community meetings, working for you, the community. So, as we talked about, and again, I hear this, the comments about my vision for the community. Again, it's not my vision. It's the community's vision through your board of directors. I think that's very important to know. As we're looking forward, I hear a great deal of conversation about the past. The past is something we learn by. The past is a learning tool. Today's today, and tomorrow the future has not been written. So I'd like to take this opportunity as I have stepped into the role as your executive director to look towards the future. We will learn from the past, and we will create a new future for all of you. Part of that future is we have a new feeling in town here, and that is one of transparency. Mr. McElhaney, your GRF board president, shares my thought on full transparency. Remember, every committee meeting is open to all shareholders of this community. There are no closed doors. Board meetings are open to every member of this community. There are no closed doors. Down the line, I am working to enhance publication of the board meetings that will be hopefully in the near future webcasting board meetings. So those shareholders who are not able to attend the board meeting may do so through a webcast. And I'm working with the Channel 3 too to get those posted as well. So everybody has the opportunity to see community governance. The other thing that we're working out is, I believe, as I mentioned earlier, in you, the community. I want your feedback. I need your feedback. The board needs your feedback. Very shortly, in every clubhouse, you're going to start seeing comment card boxes.
Oh, good.
Okay, that is coming. So in all clubhouses, you will see comment card boxes no later by mid-August. And I know I'm being recording and put Mark Weaver on the hook. Mark, you better have him by mid-August, as promised.
That's right.
We're working on that. And I promise you, those will get read. Okay? That's one of the things I love to read each morning when I come into work. On my past communities, I expect those comment cards to be on my desk every morning. It's the first thing I read every morning when I get to work. Those are important to me because that's your voice. I need to hear your voice. I'd like to see a show of hands. Does anybody here have the chance to review the new website?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to work up that percentage. What we're doing is the new website is in its infancy. We were reviewing our website, we're developing our website. It's going to get better as we grow. Down the line, we're going to be out and working with your mutual representatives to gather your email addresses. Why? Because I want to be able to communicate with everybody through email. It's inexpensive. If I have to write a letter to you, every time we write a letter, it's $1. $1 times over 6,000 is $6,000. And one thing I can tell you, your money is dear to me and ingrained in my heart is what it costs you to live here for every $5,000. I know it's a little over 54 cents. Doesn't sound like a lot. those 54 cents add up. Email communication is basically free communication, if you want to reach out to you. But in going back to our website, in addition to our website, we will be developing a couple tools within our website, which are very, very important. One is an SRO function.
Yeah.
We're beta testing it with one mutual right now. Once we get the bugs worked out, we're going to be reaching out to all mutuals, where each mutual will have their own sub-website, and you'll have the ability to go online without taking the telephone, no matter the time, day or time, and draft an SRO. You'll just click on, I have a service order request, fill out the information, you'll get a confirmation, and staff will be in contact with you to schedule the meeting. More importantly, when the SRO is completed, we're going to ask you for your feedback.
Yay.
Okay? Was my staff neat? Were they clean? Were they orderly? And more importantly, did they get the job done right? I want that feedback. So we're going to be working that. The next tab over from the SRO tab will be a comment tab. Again, instead of having to go to a suggestion box, we're going to have your comments online. Go ahead and draft a comment to me, or draft a comment to the staff, draft a comment to the board. I promise you those comments will be read, and you will get an answer. At least the answer will be at least an acknowledgement of your comments. Again, I value your feedback. It's important because, again, this is your community. Don't forget that this is your community. We're a group of all. I mean, the term mutuals that you use for your homes. You know, this is a common interest development. You know, the board makes decisions which represent the mutual interest of a majority of shareholders and members. This is not a community of me, this is a community of we. And it's we that work together to make a better life for everybody here. That's very, very important. So comments, your comments are very important to me as we develop policies and procedures for the weeks. The other thing that you're going to hear a lot of conversation about in the upcoming months is the concept of a master plan.
Yes.
I know this has been talked about in the past. We're getting it off the back burner. We're moving it forward.
Good.
I can tell you, I know with Dr. Seibert behind me in the Recreation Committee, we're going to start reviewing each and every building that we have in the community as to its needs, its use, and future uses of our buildings.
Yay.
This will expand out to the entire community, from our main gate, I know there's been a lot of discussion with that, all the way through our roads, through the clubhouses to generate our appearance. Yesterday, I even went so far to address with the Publications Committee, our corporate image. We need to define our corporate image and clean it up. As Ms. Dark was talking to me earlier about, we were talking about a new logo, potentially our new name, which all depends into our total appearance. We have competition out there. You know, the Sun Cities, Laguna Woods, a lot of other similar communities. We have competition, all fighting for the same dollars. Yeah, and what we need to do is represent ourselves in the best possible foot and represent a fantastic corporate image. We're going to be working that way as part of our master plan. So you can see publications coming out more of that in the future. So again, you know, my whole theme here is we working towards the future. We working together as a community. Yes, we may have differences, but we understand that we all live here together. We all live here for the mutual benefit of all shareholders and members of Felicia Seal Beach, and working for a better tomorrow, better future. And one thing that makes this place very, very special is what I was just talking about. The volunteerism, the support that I see from shareholder to shareholder, the care I see from shareholder to shareholder, and actually the love I see between everybody out here. I mean, I can't get that anywhere else. It's just awesome. It's a boost. It's an energy boost each and every day. So I thank you for the opportunity to be part of your family, to be part of your team, and work here with you at Felicia Seal Beach. I didn't have a long speech prepared. I don't like speeches, but I want is your feedback and your comments. I value that. And please, let's go around the table and please ask me questions. I'm an open book.
I just wanted to make a comment. I don't know whose idea it was, but it's such a fabulous idea, the new crossing guard over here.
Yes.
I've seen so many strange things, driving habits, and I use that crosswalk every
The
day.
lady directly behind you.
Yes.
And this is by volunteering. Stand up, come on, stand up. Jerry, was the very first person to do so. She
Yep.
volunteered her own time, and she convinced folks it's a good idea. That's
It's a
the
good
way.
idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a great
Thank you,
idea.
This is a
Jerry.
great example where I value your comments. I read the letter, okay? It was actually a letter before my time, but I've been going back in old correspondence.
Thank you.
Jerry, thank you. Yes, it's really thank you. It's a great thing. But you bring up a great topic. There's a lot of discussion right here, right now, going on about 1920.1. This is something I want to encourage us as a community. We can control this without the need for a lot of fines and a lot
Yes.
of new governments. How do we control this?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay? This starts with everyone in this room, myself included, my staff included. The needs for fines and policies are because people breach those fines and policies and breach the rules. What each and every one of us can do here is very simple. Do what the signs say.
Stop.
Okay? It's a simple concept.
Drive 25 miles an hour.
That's right. Drive 25 miles an hour.
Yield.
Okay? Yield. Stop. Complete stops, please.
Yes.
And understand our community, and when we see a resident that may have some disabilities crossing, stop. Back from the crosswalks,
Yes.
give them ample time to get across the streets. Now, even when a resident may err in jaywalking, give them the right of way,
Yes.
please. I know they don't have the right of way, but give them the right of way and allow our residents to cross the streets safely. So just one simple thing we can do is just, all of us, follow what the signs say. Slow down, drive the speed limits, be very, very aware of our surrounding, full stops, yield as we need to yield. It's interesting, at one of my past communities, the board approached me about the same issue. These same issues come up in every community. We like to talk, but what we're talking about today is new business. It's not. It happens everywhere. And the board wanted to go out and spend $15,000, $20,000 in speed minders. And it's just a traffic control device that you see the police use that shows, hey, this is how fast you're going. And I said, why should I spend this much of your money for speed minders when each and every one of us have a speed minder in our cars? It's called a speedometer,
Yes.
right? It's as simple as post a sign, speedometer.
Yes.
You use it. And sadly, we have to go beyond that sometimes for enforcement, but that's something, as we can pay it forward to our fellow shareholders and members, if each and every one of us can just pass on the word to our neighbor, let's slow down, let's be aware, let's watch out for our fellow shareholder, and let's obey the signs. Yes?
There's a wonderful event we call turn signals.
True.
I just
Yeah.
think so many people don't use them. I actually.
You're right.
What's with that?
Turn signals are nice.
I mean, and they're all valid points. Our cars come equipped with the proper tools.
Yes.
We're in charge of the tools. We are responsible adults. We must use them. Yes?
With all due respect, Mr. Ankeny.
It's Randy, please.
Pardon?
Randy, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Randy. I am here speaking to a handful of shareholders, and we have almost 9,000 residents. And we have people who aren't going to listen anyway, and they get in a hurry, we even get in a hurry. I was stopped once for rolling through a stop sign, and I was ticketed. We don't get fines here, but the ticketing made me aware that I rolled through a stop sign. I had no idea, and since then I do watch what I say. I wrote this out because this is an issue that I feel very strongly about, and I want to read it to everybody. Hopefully look at comments. Jerry could correct me because she works for security. If she could correct me if I'm mistaken.
I don't think that one's, is that on? Or are you not?
Is it on now?
No. I
There
said we
should be
have
a
one
red
more.
light on the bottom.
Yeah, you
I
got it.
don't think that the receivers
I
work.
tried, it isn't.
No, it's not working. I know the receiver. I couldn't get the other light to come on the receiver. Something we're working on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll speak up. We are now in a trial period regarding traffic safety. During this trial period, traffic safety enforcement does not exist. Our security officers during this trial period are ordered not to give citations, speeders passing us on the street continue on their way unhampered, running stop signs, running the red light, speeding, because an order is presently in effect forbidding security personnel to ticket anyone. And that's without a fine or anything. That's to stop them from doing what they're doing. It's human nature to disregard rules that are not enforced. We all get in a hurry. Many of the violators are not residents, but visitors. When a visitor is ticketed, it goes against the resident he or she's visiting. In our present trial period, we have no control over visitors. They will not be ticketed. They will speed. We are a compact community, 1 mile square. We're not safe once everyone knows that speeding and running stop signs, etc. will not result in a ticket. As long as this trial period is in effect, we're not secure here on our streets. It's human nature to break rules that are not being enforced by being ticketed. Security is a fitting name for the safety we have been enjoying here. We've been secure here on our streets because of the ticketing. I sincerely hope this trial period ends soon and gives us back our peaceful leisure world. I was driving toward the stop sign, and as I slowed down, I heard this blasting on the horn behind me. Scared me and sped around me, sped through the stop sign and sped on off. And I thought, they're not going to be stopped, controlled, or anything.
Let me address that first.
Okay.
First thing I have to do here is I have to ensure that staff, patrol staff receives the proper training. If you talk to any law enforcement agency out there, and a number of my very good friends are law enforcement officers, there are more incidents of officer injury in a routine traffic stop than any other time that a police officer is performing their duty. It has been formulated addition. I'm not speaking against that we have the need. I'm just kind of giving you a few facts here. There has been more incidents of traffic accidents being caused by a routine traffic stop. I mean, just look what happens at our freeway when CHP pulls somebody over for speeding, right? The whole freeway slows down.
Both sides.
And Caltrans has found out the odds are that a routine traffic stop will actually generate a potential accident on the freeway. So we have to be very diligent in that. So I need to make sure that I give the staff the proper training, how and when to perform routine traffic stops. 1920.1 is very important. Protection of the community is very important. But I need to make sure that the security staff is trained to do so. They are not your runner street pulling people over. I saw a couple citations for people going 2 miles an hour in the speed limit. Yeah, that's not right. You know, I've heard complaints of security staff maybe abusing their authority. I don't have any facts, but I've heard these complaints. So I want to be very careful in how we administer this function. We also have to make sure that 1920.1 has ample time for review. A critical point of 1920.1 is some piece of information that's just been given this week, and we have hired a professional traffic engineer, to review all our streets and come back with reasonable adjustments that we need to make sure to our streets to make sure that they're safe for all. That includes signage, that includes markings, that includes curves, that includes crosswalks, a number of that information. That traffic survey, we have posted online. Again, this is the new age of full transparency. You're entitled to these documents online. I can tell you, the Fiscal Properties Committee, all the committees are reviewing this. I am reviewing this in depth as well to come up with the right recommendations. From there, we will go ahead and create a master plan on how we go through and create reasonable enforcement. Now, I can tell you right now, I caught a UPS driver the other day speeding. Okay, simple. I grabbed the truck number, I call that supervisor.
Yep.
Okay? We caught a postal carrier in here going a little quickly. Same thing. I grabbed the truck number, I called their supervisor. Okay? Service maintenance staff, the bus staff, it's all been informed that we need to be aware of this. We will contact their supervisor and say, if you want to continue to come into this community, you know, please be advised, I'm not watching your crew. And I can tell you, those guys are going to get in trouble with their supervisors and they get rid of that. Myself and my staff, I caught 2 staff members doing rolling stops. I can promise you, they have write-ups in their files. Okay, even little Kushners, they're responsible for complete stops. If we catch them, they will receive write-ups to their file. As to homeowner, enforcement, we need to run a little time. I have to get the proper training in that. That's very important. And that we're doing it in a prudent way. Issuing 500 citations in 1 month, some of them may be erroneous, like I said, for a couple miles of the speed limit, is not a prudent way. So we have to handle this properly and carefully. And I respect your comment, and I'm taking it on. Thank you. Yes.
Randy, I have 2 things concerning traffic. One is right out here by the library, the GRF curb that goes up is much too high, and there either has to be something to hold on when you go to your car, because if you have to walk around the back of the cars, you're going to get run over, and you're either going to fall down that curb. That's one.
And the traffic survey did address that very area.
It's terrible. And 2 is, because I had a dog that used to wake up at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., the paper deliverers do not have adequate lighting on the back of their trucks, and I don't know why they don't get killed, because you can't see them.
And I'll let you know, we spoke with all paper delivery companies this week as well.
Wow.
Not just for speeding, I didn't bring up the lights, it's a great point, but we passed those to companies.
And they go very fast.
Yes, they do.
But
Next. Yes.
I notice almost all the buses do not stop behind the passenger, or when you're coming up to a
Crosswalk?
make a turn, the crosswalk, thank you. You're supposed to, I learned this in traffic school, you're supposed to stop, and then you can slowly roll through it to make your turn. But they just roll through the whole thing all the time.
I promise you that will be addressed today.
Good, thank you.
Yes.
Back here, Randy,
Yes.
when you're done.
Mine isn't about traffic control, but as you know, I'm president of Where We Live, and I would like to know your platform. I know you're going to get a new logo. As part of the new logo, and you're a breath of fresh air. Thank you very much. We already love you. And we all love our community. And I know Where We Live really prides themselves in, updating, marketing, everything, our community, so it appeals to not just us, but all. And so I'm wondering what your platform on the new name is.
To be honest, it's your new name, not my new name.
There you go.
Okay?
Okay?
Because we feel so strongly about that as being part of the package that we will be soon having a new president of Where We Live, which we'd like you to come and meet, so I can run for the GRF. That's how strongly I feel about
Very
it.
good. Again, I agree, this is your community.
Yes.
My role and my staff's role here is to administer policies and procedures. We may provide suggestions from time to time, but those are suggestions. Okay, but this is your community. As to the name, it will be your name.
Yay.
Okay? And that name will be chosen by majority vote.
I like that. I like
That's
that.
great.
Yes.
We are a community of leading.
Well, we're so fortunate to have someone like you be our speaker, so to speak. You present things so professionally and so compassionately, and ways that we all can understand. That is so important, I know, to the population of this community.
Okay.